So we're 5 months into the year when the Nintendo Switch launched in March, and we got another 5 months to go until we reach Christmas. So there's been plenty of games that have come out for the system that have been enjoyable, really good games, but what games are coming out before Christmas that I'd like to pick up? Let's find out. Okay, so before we get into the video, be sure to let me know in the comments below what games you're looking forward to before Christmas that are launching on Nintendo Switch. Leave a like if you enjoyed, and obviously subscribe for more content. Always supports the channel and allows more content to be created. So there's many Switch games due for release before we get into Christmas this year. Lots of which are big titles such as Mario Odyssey, and then there's many indie titles also that have been confirmed for the systems such as Stardew Valley. But I'm going to pick up my 5 most anticipated games coming out before Christmas that I would like to pick up for my Nintendo Switch. So starting off then, I'm going to start off with the obvious choice, and that is obviously Super Mario Odyssey, which is launching in October this year. Now I'm not really sure how much I need to say about Super Mario Odyssey. I'm sure everyone has seen the trailers for it. It looks like an amazing game, going back to the veins of Super Mario 64, sort of leaving the previous titles, Super Mario World and Super Mario Land. It's not in the same sort of it's not the same sort of game as those, but going back to sort of exploration, going different levels. You just got to go around and explore and find everything you can in the levels. I think you got to find, like, basically star things or wherever they are. Not sunshine. It's from obviously Super Mario Sunshine. I mean, how can you not be excited for this game? You can take control of a dinosaur by throwing your hat at it. That's amazing for a Mario game. I mean, I don't think you would have ever thought you see the day where you see a dinosaur in a Mario game. It's not like, the sort of dinosaur you might expect as well. It's sort of like, it looks like you're going into Jurassic Park and you just fling a hat at it and then you take control of the dinosaur. So yeah, it looks quite exciting. It's also got some interesting mechanics where you can go into the wall and sort of play 2D Mario. Bit of nostalgia there. So overall, I think the game is looking pretty exciting. I'm looking forward to exploring New Donk City and all the other worlds that come with that as well. So that's something I will definitely be picking up for my Switch. I'm really tempted to do the pre-order they have available on the Nintendo store, where you can pre-order the game and you get the plushy Mario hat with the eyes on it. I think that looks pretty cool, so I think that might be one that I do pick up at some point. The second game on this list then, we're going to keep in the same sort of universe, so the Mario universe, and that is Mario/Rabbids Kingdom Battle. I believe that's what it's called anyway. So obviously this game is being developed by Ubisoft in partnership with Nintendo, and it was leaked quite early this year, sort of before E3 definitely, and people were looking at it being like, what the hell are they doing, mixing Mario and Rabbids together? That's stupid. Like, what is that game going to be? And people were a little bit disappointed. But when it was originally then revealed at E3, that sort of dynamic of response changed, and people are quite excited for this game now. It looks like a sort of XCOM type game with a lot of strategy involved, a lot of thinking, a sort of turn-based game. I'm not really sure the entire premise of what's going on. I believe you probably capturing or rescuing people as you do in normal Mario games. I'm not sure, you're basically killing a bunch of evil rabbits and evil villains from the Mario universe anyway, so it looks pretty fun. Looks like a good sort of mix between Mario and Nintendo franchise and obviously the Ubisoft's Rabbit franchise. It looks like they've done a good job of it. People were worried that mixing those two together just wouldn't work, and rabbits in general don't have a very good name for themselves, but this game looks like it might change that, and I'm hoping it's going to be successful, because it means Ubisoft will hopefully support the Switch more, and in turn other third parties and so on, and the Switch will get more games, and that's good for the system. Also, having more exclusives will hopefully push more consoles also, and this looks like it's going to be a strong exclusive, so I will be picking this one up as well. Now, number 3 is something I haven't definitely decided I'm going to pick up, but it's something I'm quite excited for, and I definitely would have picked it up had I not bought it on a different console at the end of last year. So that is Skyrim, which is obviously launching before Christmas again on the Nintendo Switch. So it's going to be the first time you can play a Bethesda game, or Skyrim in particular, portable. So obviously if you're travelling, you can take Skyrim with you and you can explore the world of the Elder Scrolls and go and hunt dragons or whatever you want to do in Skyrim. So it's a massive game. Obviously, I still haven't finished it myself. I bought it on the PlayStation 4 before Christmas last year when they released a special edition. I knew they were going to release the Switch version after the Switch commercial, but I just didn't want to wait that long. I have it on the PC. It doesn't run as well as I'd like on there. I really wanted to get into the game, so I picked it up on the PlayStation 4. Another aspect that sort of puts me off games like that, which I'm really frustrated Nintendo did not include, is some sort of achievement or trophy system. I like getting the trophies on a PlayStation, and sometimes when picking it up on the Switch or the PlayStation, that does influence my decision. It would be nice to have it as a portable game, but I still haven't finished it, as I've said, so I'm not sure having that as a portable game would be something I played all the time over the other games that I have access to already on the Switch or the 3DS. But yeah, Skyrim on the Switch, I think is a really good addition to the library. I would definitely have picked that up had I not bought it on the PlayStation 4, and I'm quite looking forward to seeing well that sells, to see if Bethesda will put more support into the Switch as a result of the numbers Skyrim sells on the console. It's also nice to see them put in some Nintendo-specific content, such as the stuff from Zelda that you're now going to be able to use in Skyrim. A little bit of a nod to the Nintendo history, and just the fact that they're now the first partnership really between Bethesda and Nintendo. Okay, so on to number 4, and I'm going to focus on the multiplayer aspect of the Switch now. Obviously the local multiplayer, because the online multiplayer is a bit rubbish, let's all be honest with that. So the local multiplayer aspect of the Switch and FIFA 18, I think it's FIFA 18, or if it's just FIFA, I don't know what it's called at the moment, but FIFA 18 on the Switch. Now normally I pick that up on the PlayStation 4, and I probably will still pick it up on the PlayStation 4, but I am sort of considering picking it up also on the Nintendo Switch, just for the fact of the portable sort of local multiplayer aspect. So obviously with a FIFA game, you play Ultimate Team and all that sort of stuff, but I think the Switch version is going to be the best version for sort of just doing kick-off match with your friend, because you don't have to really be at home in front of the big TV where your console is hooked up to. You can just go over their house or wherever you are at work on lunch, and you can have FIFA on the Switch, and you can just play in the canteen on your break or whatever in the living room without having to hook up the console if you are over their house. And I think it's really good to just be able to get FIFA out and have a match with your friend really quick. The only thing that I have a little bit of concern with is the Joy-Con. So if you're using one Joy-Con each, I'm not sure how well that will work. I don't even know if you'll be able to play FIFA with one Joy-Con because of the amount of buttons that need to be used, so that could be something that is a little bit of a concern. But I'm sure most people will have an extra set or a Pro Controller lying around or something like that. So someone can use the two Joy-Cons together, someone can use either the other two Joy-Cons or the Pro Controller or whatever, and you can have the full FIFA experience on the go. I think that'll be a really good one to look forward to. And last but not least then, I'm going to put Stardew Valley on the list to give the indie titles a little bit of love. So Stardew Valley is due later this year again. I think Q3 I believe is stated for. No particular release date is given, but with the indie games they tend to just sort of show up on the eShop one week with a little bit of notice like, oh, by the way, in a couple of days time Stardew Valley will be available. That's tend to be what happens. But anyway, so Stardew Valley obviously is a really good indie game. I haven't quite played it yet. I got it on Steam, still haven't got around to getting into it, but I'm hoping when it comes out on the Switch I'll probably pick it up again and I'll get into it then. But it's been announced obviously that there's an update for Stardew Valley coming, so it's going to give the multiplayer update, which allows you to do things like marry other real life players in the game, which I think will be really good. I think it will be working really well on the Switch. If two of you have the game, you can obviously meet up, do some local multiplayer, and make use of all these new multiplayer features. Aside from that, the single player game is obviously really popular and it's been selling really well, and it's obviously got really good reviews. People love it. Really similar to the original Harvest Moon games, but obviously in a modern sort of take on those. I'm really excited to get that on the Switch and to have that with me portable. I think that's the sort of game that I'd be more likely to play portable than at home on Steam on the PC. So I think that having it on the Switch will really allow me to get into playing that game, and I'm, like I said already, looking forward to that one. So let me know what you think in the comments below. Are you excited for the 5 games that I've listed coming out before Christmas on the Switch? Or are there other games that you're looking forward to? that you're going to pick up on your Switch before Christmas. There's quite a few that have been announced. I'm sure there's some that still haven't been announced. So let me know what you think. Let me know what you're going to pick up on your Switch below in the comments. Leave a like if you enjoyed this video and subscribe for more Nintendo Switch videos.